I wanted to take the time to talk about Brother Polight and some of the things people have been saying about him. Uh, I, I I heard Brother Polight some years ago, and probably 2 or 3 years ago, and I liked some of the things that I was hearing. Uh, I just was really busy with what I was trying to do, trying to develop my own thing, and now hear. Well, lately I've been listening to him again, but I noticed a lot of things he was saying was like from 2012 or 2013, and I kind of wanted to know. And I've been to it, I went to a site and New Covenant, the site, and then I wanted to try to see what was going on now. What's going on in 2016? And when I started looking up stuff for 2016, I started seeing a lot of different people talking about them and scams. And and I don't know, people just stupid. I don't know, people just stupid to me. Okay, uh, I got friends. I got friends. They good friends. They will they would harm somebody for me. They would, we've been on the basketball court, we done play basketball together. We get into it with somebody, they be ready to die for me. You know what I mean? Put not maybe not die, but maybe put their life on the line for me. But I got a couple of friends like this, good friends, but they not people that I could do business with. I've done business with them. I've done business with them, but uh, let's say we're gonna do a job, make it 2,500. He said I'm gonna give you 1,000 if you come help with me. When it's time for him to give up that money, he have a hard time parting with it. And once I notice that, or you take a long time to pay me, and you have a hard time parting, I be like, let me give you half now. Then I don't even argue about it because $1,000 not gonna change my life. $1,000 not gonna change my life. But and I'm sorry if I don't look directly at the camera. I'm just used to talking like this. I talk to myself a lot, okay? and trying to be comfortable talking on the camera feels weird. I just don't really do this. But sometimes people just get on my nerves because people stupid, okay? They are. They just. Like I said, I have the friends, but I won't do. Once I start saying they have a hard time parting with the money, I don't even know. I don't complain about it. As a friend, I would have did the work for free because he's my friend. Because they're not gonna give me enough money to change my life. They're not gonna give me enough money to change my life. And I'm not about to argue for. I'm not about to argue over that. But I know that they have a difficulty in dealing with doing business. So I'll be like, oh, they have a difficulty in doing business. So on that level, we don't work together. Some people you can't work with. Well, if I go out, I got it. I'll pay for it. And sometimes we go out, he got it. He pay for it. So he ain't. It's not like he won't. It's not like the couple of friends won't pay for things. It's just that when we do business, they always got that look on their face, and it's just hard for them. And once I start saying that, I'll be like, okay. I just ain't gonna do business with them like that. And that's kind of how I am with anything. Once I started liking Brother Polight, and I like the things that he say. But when it's time for me to spend my money, then I start looking a little deeper. I'll be like, well, what's going on now? Because I don't want to I see 2012 stores. It say 2012stores.com. I'll be like, what's going? That's 2012. And I look at all the other videos that other people talking about. Well, it's 2013. What's going on right now? Because I don't want to send my money off somewhere and then I don't get the product that I sent off for. And plus I don't know. You can talk good all day. You're still a stranger to me. You're still a stranger. So I don't want to just, I'm not about to just spend a gang of money. I seen the new status stuff and status correction. Once you start telling, you might say, spend $20, and I might go ahead and try. Let me get a DVD and see what this is all about. And I spend the $20 and I get the DVD. But if I don't get the DVD, I'm not gonna spend more money with you. I'm not about to just spend $500 with somebody. I don't know nothing. I can't do no type of investigation. I'm not about to spend that kind of money. Because one, that's hard-earned money. It say a fool and his money soon part. And that means fools give up their money quickly. People just stupid though, you know. You take people, for instance, we do things that's not, like, we ignore our own nature. We ignore our own, we ignore our own thoughts. Like, by nature, I know to be cautious of a stranger. I don't care how you smile. And I know people, you know, I'm old enough to know somebody and kind of look at them and kind of go, oh, they look cool. They look safe. They look shady. But just because I can assess a person by a look, that don't mean I'm 100% right. So by nature, I have a measure of cautiousness in dealing with individuals. That's just how I feel like I'm supposed to be. But you got people, they run to the polls to vote. Every 4 years, every 8 years, they do that all the time. And you're like, running to vote. People voted for Obama, they just crying and looking crazy, and they got the flags in the background and American music, and they eating hot dogs and apple pies and just American out. And that's cool. A black president, that's great. But to me, everything still got to be kept in perspective. Because by nature, you know to be cautious of a stranger. And Obama, to me, is a stranger. That's a stranger. I don't know Obama. You got people rushing to vote for Obama. Then people rushing out to vote for Trump. And that's cool. But to run out and vote for somebody and think that individual is going to bring about the conditions that you wish for, this is stupid. The only person going to care about the conditions that you really wish for is you. But we go against our nature because of the way people talk or how they sound. We go against our nature. I think that's just stupid. So now you got people angry at Polight. I don't know what the deal is. I guess they don't spend money. I'll be mad too. I'll be pissed off. Like, oh man, you nigga got my money, you know. But you would think somewhere in their life they know. You know, just, you know, you don't give a crackhead credit. You know what I mean? You know, it's like saying, you ever see companies where they say, they try to talk to you in such a way to make you feel safe about sending off your money, like a 90-day money back guarantee. I don't care if you give me a 3-year money back guarantee. Once I send my money to you, that don't mean I can get that money back. So what I've learned in life is that you never send off more than you can afford to lose. If I send out $20, I'll be like, hey, send my book. I ain't gonna get pissed off about it, and I ain't gonna be like, this scam artist motherfucker, I ain't gonna get too pissed off. I'm just be like, well, I ain't buying nothing else, you know. He done lost my business because I was willing to spend $1,000. That's his fault of his business. I might have spent $1,000 on you if I trusted that you would do the $20. But I never spend more than I can afford to lose with somebody. I don't even loan money like that. Somebody want to borrow some money from me, I loan somebody what I can afford to lose, because once that money leaves my hand, I might not be able to get it back. Just no matter what people say. People say all kind of beautiful things, but they don't, action is different though. Action is different. Yeah. But I do like Brother Polight. I like the things that he talk about. And I probably will continue to listen to him and the things that he talk about. Some of the stuff that he talk about is, from a few years ago. But I think people should listen to him. I don't know about spending your money on him. That's a whole nother story. But the way the mind works is, you're trying to create inside your mind a particular environment. And within that environment inside your mind, you're trying to think from that environment. You're trying to produce from that environment. And I like listening to people who help strengthen a way of thinking in my own mind. And that's what Brother Polight does. He talks the kind of talk that strengthens the thing in my mind. But I'm not so taken by the way somebody speak that I just begin to start just pouring out my money. Because it don't hurt for me to just listen to you. That's just gonna take a little time. And if what you're saying is good or makes sense, then that's cool. I can learn something. And it solidifies my own way of thinking. And that's cool. And I can listen to somebody and I can sift between what I like and what I don't like. I kind of don't like really people when I start listening to people, because some people, they just, man, they just talk too much about religion, just religion this, religion that, religion this, religion that. And sometimes I just look at people and be like, it's just stupid. I don't even like to talk about religion with people I'm in the same religion with. Because sometimes even those people haven't taken the time to know why they are doing what they are doing. I've taken the time to at least sit down and go, why are you doing this, Cecil? Why do you believe this, I've taken the time to sit down and ask myself that, and I know why I believe something. But that's a personal thing. And I don't about to share that with a whole bunch of people. But sometimes I listen to Brother Polight. He start talking about the Egyptian thing, and people start talking about gods, and they start talking about black supremacy, and they just And then I say, oh, well, I believe in Jesus. Oh, you believe in Jesus? Jesus? Do you think Jesus? Well, let's talk about Jesus. Was Jesus really real? Was it really? Here we go. The arguments. It's a waste of time. So sometimes I have to sift through what I like, I remember reading a book about fasting, and it was written by, the Farrakhan. I don't know if he wrote it, but that's how I got it, through Muslims or someone. And I had to just sift through all that religious talk just to get to the, okay, let's just see the benefits of fasting, how they do it, and why they subscribe to it, and why they suggest it. Right? Jesus. God. They're trying to sift through all that crap. But that takes time for me sometimes. Now I gotta stop the video. God, somebody getting up in the middle of the night, we trying to make these videos when it's quiet. So, everybody sleep. That's why I wake up and I gotta pause and be like, because I feel weird anyway, talking to myself anyway. Yeah, that's why it's so cool when you're by yourself. You can talk to yourself. You don't look weird to you. But I will listen to him. Like I said, I will listen to him. The things that he talk about, they help strengthen a way of thinking in my own mind. But when it's time to spend money, and you lose money, you got to take some personal responsibility, because you had a choice to spend that money. And if you really worked hard for your money, you always take the time to do a little more research before you spend it. So most people who spend their money or got scammed spending their money, maybe they just didn't maybe they just didn't take the time to do the research. Because I haven't spent no money with the brothers. I just like what he say. But now that I heard all the other people talking about how they got scammed, that's like, well, okay. But if a few people had come out and said, well, I'd have bought a book, it was for $20 and I didn't get it, Well, I bought a DVD, I spent $20, I didn't get it, So then that would have made me go, well, maybe they got some business problems. But as far as their philosophy, they got that down pat. New Covenant got their philosophy, Brother Polight, they got their philosophy down pat. But as far as their business practices, they need some help. Maybe that's a nice way to put it. But I guess that's all I wanted to say. I know you're probably mad about spending their money and not getting the product, but don't just dog the brother about what he's saying, because what he's saying, a lot of it makes sense. I wish we had more people like that would talk that way. I wish we had schools like that where our teachers, can you imagine if we had schools full of people that talk like that? But people gonna always still try to, knowledge is power, and sometimes power can corrupt. person with a lot of knowledge has a lot of power. Sometimes they can be corrupted by that power. So you got to be careful when you come to spending your money. What he should have did was had everything electronic, so then people could just download the ebooks or the PDF or to their Kindle, and then everybody could have got the product that they wanted. Or the DVDs could have been the same way. They could have just downloaded them, and everybody could have got their product instead of waiting for something to be shipped in the mail. You know, which is much easier anyway. It's much easier. Because I don't like to really wait for stuff. You know, I kind of want to get my stuff right now. So that's my video.